all right, so we're getting into the 6ix9ine shit. So apparently 6ix9ine. Here's my question. So you were saying because 6ix9ine was saying he didn't throw, like he had nothing to do with the shots fired at Chief Keef.
Yeah, he's lying.
Okay, why do you think that? Like, what's going on? I don't know anything besides him saying he didn't do it.
So basically, I think this all started. Chief Keef recorded a song, I believe Trippie Redd, called "I'll Kill You,"
Okay.
and there was some. I haven't heard the song, but I believe there was some direct threats made about 6ix9ine, like about killing him.
Okay.
And so 6ix9ine, who I gotta give the dude credit, he don't back down. I mean, I don't know what's gonna
That's
happen.
what I'm
to
saying.
him, but they told him not to go to Chicago, and his ass was in Chicago. So I can't knock that. Like, he's got to set a ball. So basically, I don't know the exact timeline. I know the song came out, and then I know he started doing all that trolling on Instagram. And I don't know if he directly sent somebody to shoot at Chief Keef, but I think if you have a collective of people around you, like let's say, Kush America blows up, right? And we got a bunch of people hanging on the outskirts that shoot somebody, we're responsible for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's just how it goes. So I can't say like he sent the people to do it, but they did it. And it's really weird because it was two guys and only one of them shot at him, and it seemed like they weren't even trying to hit him. Like they were just trying to like make a point to shoot at him. And then today or yesterday, so there was another video on Instagram I saw where Chief Keef went to O Block in Chicago, which is, it's a gangster block. Like,
yeah, I seen that one where he goes over there and he's like, "Where's everybody at?"
But the funny part is there were birds chirping, right? Did you catch that?
And everybody was saying that's not really over there, right? Because of the birds.
Well, they were saying that he was there at 10 o'clock at night, but they were saying I've never heard birds chirp at 10 o'clock at night. However, I got a couple birds right outside my house that be chirping and shit at like 11 and 12 o'clock at night.
You know what I think?
What's up?
I think all of a sudden they're fucking bird experts. I think he was there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
think he was there, but I don't think he was there at the time where the block is hot. I don't think he was there when it goes down. I do think he came
I think 6ix9ine came over there. Here's the thing about him is we talked about this last time, and we'll get into like how I feel about him doing what he's doing. Or I'll just say like this. This was the exact same way we felt about 50 Cent when he was doing this exact same shit.
That's
and
why,
50 Cent's right in his corner.
Loves him.
Yeah,
that's 50 Cent loves him so much.
He's got 50 Cent in his corner, and he really is like about that life. So I think he was going over there. It looked like just him in the video, but he's rolling deep with the gang. Like,
no, stop it.
You don't think so?
Gang. He's rolling with off-duty cops. That's not the gang. That's off-duty police officers. We got to be clear.
So that's not because everybody's been saying that. Is that? Yes. How is he rolling with off-duty police officers? How does that work? Is he just
because when you come into a city, you can. Like, I got a buddy of mine who's a cop in Illinois, and off-duty cops are used for a lot of things. You can make a lot of like a good. It's a side hustle basically. My boy was telling me he does security gigs all the time for different people. He does security gigs at certain locations, sometimes at parties. Yeah, off-duty cops you can make a lot of money doing that. And so basically, the way I would assume it works, I'm just guessing, is that there's probably agencies that have these cops, kind of like as consultants. So you go to this agency.
Hey, I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, so like, hey, you go to this agency. Hey, I need 5 or 6 off-duty undercover cops or whatever, and you pay them, and they pay the cops, and the cops come work for you for how many ever hours you need them.
Well, so he's more untouchable when he does this, right?
Well, it's smart. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
People are saying like, oh, okay. First of all, I gotta say, in that video where he was supposedly on O Block, he did look scared. He looked scared to me. I don't know if he was, but look at him.
He kind of looked like he was trying to leave.
He was looking around a lot. He was definitely nervous, and I think he's a marketing genius. I do think he's eventually gonna get hurt. I do, because your luck only lasts so long. But I do think he's highly intelligent. I don't think he does any of this stuff without thinking. And I don't think he's as reckless as people try to act like he is.
I think he's going to keep trolling on the internet. And if he's got off-duty cops around him and he's got as much money as he does. Because here's the other thing about Keef. Keef is fucking huge. Don't get me wrong. And I actually like a lot of Keef's music. But I would say, like, Keef Keith is in. It seems like probably in some hard times with his money. He spends ridiculously. He hasn't been looking as good health wise, and he hasn't been dropping hits like he did before, like Love Sosa and all that shit. Like nothing that big. So money is power, man. He's surrounded himself with that much wealth and all this other shit. I don't see how Keith could really actually touch him. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't know. I feel like he'd be ready for that shit.
Well, he came to Chicago. I mean, that's all I can really say about it. I mean, I think that I didn't think he was gonna go to Chicago. I didn't think he was out there handing out food to homeless folks. I mean, I got respect for it. I just hope he doesn't get hurt. I just honestly feel like,
Yeah, I don't think it's good for anything if he does.
I just think he's playing with a lot of fire, and eventually everybody's touchable. Everybody. There's no one on this earth that can't be touched. So what did you think
made
about
it this
him?
long.
Who, 50?
50's made it this long.
But 50 had an order of protection out on Ja Rule. And 50 had a lot of police officers around him too. I mean, I love 50 Cent.
But that's the same thing that he's doing.
Right, and I mean, me personally, if you paying cops to protect you, how gangsta are you?
It don't matter, man. I think he's past the level of caring about that shit. It's really just about getting bigger and more money.
I'm saying from a gangster perspective. I'm not talking about from a business person. That's why 50 is a good businessman. They're making smart business moves. I'm just talking about from the straight, like, because you say he's about that life. That's why I continue to disagree with that. Because I don't think he's about that life at all. I just think he wants to portray that because it makes him hot.
No, I think I don't see how people are still questioning, like, he really did come up, like, he had to sell drugs growing up because his dad died and take care of his household. That is true. Like,
not all drug dealers are gangsters, though.
But he when he was getting in trouble, the one thing I do really disagree with him is he was younger and I think he was stupid and also around a lot of peers doing the same thing. When he got in trouble with having sex with that girl that was a lot younger, he didn't really have sex with her. He was there and all that shit in the video.
And you don't know what he did.
I know exactly. He wasn't in the video. He doesn't do anything supposedly. He's just like part of it. If that makes any sense. Like, he's definitely not good for anything. But anyways, it was obvious in that video he was involved in gang activity then. Like, you know what I mean?
People see, I question that. I mean, I question a lot of stuff. I don't believe what I see. You can make anything look a certain way on a video. Like, I've never seen him scrap. I never seen him shoot nobody. Not that I need to see him do these things. I'm just saying, like,
I just don't see at this point. With everything else, I feel like it would have came out right now if he was totally fake. You know what I mean?
But that's not true, though, because Harvey Weinstein was raping girls for 30 years before we found out about it. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
I guess that, yeah. I guess you're right. I think we hit
maybe, but I think all of this, like even look at Lil Tay. So if those things didn't come out about Lil Tay, would we have known like that was her mom's job or those were rental homes or whatever? Or
I was calling that shit before.
Nah, but I'm saying, but like you didn't know until you knew, right? So like the only way we'll actually know is if somebody runs up on him and beats his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like other than that, it's all videos and shit. What do you think about him going to Chicago, though? I didn't see that. I mean, I respect that he did it, but I thought that was stupid. Like, why?
It proves some shit on social media, I suppose. That's all he's doing. Like, it kept people talking more.
What about taking his baby mama out? Well, I thought that was stupid, too. She's ugly.
She's all right, but...
Bro, have you seen her grill, bro? No.
No, I haven't seen it. I just saw this Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean...
Her grill is like... pick a busted picket fence or something. Like, you ever seen a picket fence with like a few of them missing, or like it just?
I don't know if I would be doing what he's doing to get at somebody, but I would say that it would upset me. So I feel like I don't know if that's what he's trying to do. He probably
that would piss you off. Why? Why would that upset you?
I'm a child. I don't know. You're doing it to be angry. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't have a baby mom.
Yo, she looks like she gives some dome for like some crack. She looks like
yeah, she looks like she probably might have done that before.
She I mean, I wouldn't be hugging up on her just to like prove like nah. This to me is clown. This is stupidity to me. I mean, if his baby mama was bad, okay, but she looked like she gross, man. I'm not, and I mean, I shouldn't be so disrespectful, but
Yeah, that's pretty.
I don't.
I'm offended.
Nah, I'm just saying though, like, if you gonna do this to be cool, like, at least had a chick be super bad. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, I
and
know.
why
I see your point.
and why is you buying her stuff, bro? Like, if you want to
Because he
flex,
can.
you should record a video of her performing an act. You know
Well,
what I
that
mean?
goes
Like,
on to another thing. Like I actually that's one thing. Well, if as soon as I got money, I'd flex it. But I don't really want to make one thing I would never want to make popular that people keep doing. I don't like the idea of blowing through it being like a cool thing. Like people brag about how much like they spent. You know what I mean? And I really like that. So that's just the thing. Like I don't know. I think that's the idea. Like he's trying to show like this money means nothing to me. I can just throw it away. I could burn money. You know what I mean?
but when you make that level of money, that's another aspect of the game. Like when you make that type of money, you're supposed to flex like that. You're supposed to blow through
Nah,
it.
I'd be like Jay-Z. I'm gonna be making more money with my money. And
Says the man talking with a grill in his mouth right
right, but to me, this you're onto some shit. I'm saying I might buy some shit, but I'm not buying a grill just to blow through it. I
now. No,
enjoy
I'm
a grill.
bro, you know
I know
I
you
get
gr-
fucking with you. You know
you're
I get
fucking with me, but that was hard for me to defend though. In the moment, I was in one track minded, and I'm a little bit elevated right now. So
you're like, wait a minute, that's not right.
yeah, I was like, shit. I was like, don't I have some sort of canned answer for this? Fuck. Like,
Well, I mean, I kind of feel like, I mean, I think the way a lot of these dudes blow their money, like I think all these chains, like going back to Drake just briefly, that's one thing I like about him. You don't see 47 chains on his neck. Like the dude's got money to have jewelry crazy, but like, well, I know in like his first album, he was talking about how he got robbed at gunpoint for some of his jewelry, and I think that taught him a lesson of not to flex like that. But to me, none of that makes sense. Like honestly, dog, I buy a lot of the clothes I wear from fucking Walmart. Can I afford nicer things? Yes, but that's just me. Like it's a T-shirt. Like what I need to invest a ton of money in a T-shirt. Like I'm not. That's just not my style. So
I love dope fashion. I think it's dope. I used to be way more. I just can't bring myself to spend. I'll find ways to get it cheaper, nowadays. But but I don't buy it too much. But lately, I've been because I was kind of getting into your mindset. But Kay's been reminding me just like image is so important.
I can't disagree with that at all. But what's happened to a lot of artists is image over is supersedes anything else, and that's not longevity. I mean,
It can
look,
be in a sense. You're right. The way you're describing it can be, but I do think there is something to having a signature look, something that makes people remember you that cannot be corny. Like Schoolboy Q
no,
with the bucket
yeah,
hat. You know what I mean? Like he brought
yeah,
that shit
oh yeah.
back.
There's things you can do, like, but it just depends on how far you want to go. Like, K's is super image anyway. Like, when I met him, that's the first thing I thought was, okay, this dude is like trying to have a look,
Yeah.
which I'm fine with. You do what you want to do. I don't have an issue with that. I just know for me, just make good fucking music. I don't care if you look like Squidward. Like,
That's first and
make good
foremost.
tracks.
Yeah,
Like,
I would say if you're thinking about your image and your music ain't good, you got other problems. But once your
well,
music's good,
that's I think. So I just reviewed. Did you hear that song of that girl I reviewed?
no, I've been meaning to listen to it because I could hear it through the Instagram video, and I was like, ooh, fuck, that was a tight flow.
So I like her sound. She's got the sound down and she's got the image down to a T. But like, she's got to go back and write her rhymes and like make songs. Like that's the only thing she's missing. So I think a lot of
Nowadays,
that.
though, that's not that much missing.
I guess
I don't necessarily agree with
it
it, but
depends on what you're looking for as a consumer. As a consumer, like what I've noticed with you, and I think also because you're an engineer, you hear so much different shit that you become accepting of so much different shit.
I
Just
see
because
what
you
makes it
hear
work. Yeah.
And for me, I'm not at that level with it. Like I choose what I want to listen to. I don't have to listen to a broad spectrum. I mean, I do listen to a pretty broad spectrum of music, but like I still choose it more. So I'm not as accepting of everything. And some shit to me, like if it ain't talent, I'm not with it.
Yeah,
So
and I know for you it's bars too. I know
I'm
you're
I'm a
not bringing
bar
that.
I'm a bar conscious dude for sure.
Yeah, for me
For sure.
bars is Very
Okay, so
important.
if you had to rank it like bars, flow, um, image, where would you rank those things?
Flow, bars. I would say that. Like I would say music, right? Flow, bars, and then you know what? Beat. I and that one's hard actually. Bars and beat because I make beats, so I do. I can't help but think the beat's really important. Um, uh, so I don't know. I mean, because beat selection, even if you don't make your beats, like beat selection, like I think in a big way when people compare Nas and Jay Z, a lot of Nas fans forget Nas is terrible. Like he needs someone else producing him and being kind of overseeing it. Jay Z has an ear for beats that is very very fucking good.
Yeah, you're right. Also, I think it's because of the Jay Z, and it's because of the way they produce their music. Nas writes everything. Like I've always kind of wanted to get into doing more off the top type raps because I think that's when you deliver your most clever shit.
Like Wayne.
Um, yeah, sometimes when you write, like you focus too much on the impact of your words instead of how it sounds, and that's where Nas goes to me. Like he wants to tell you some shit, and he's not as open to just spitting something. Um, but also, I would challenge you to like pay attention to what you're actually listening to when you listen to music, because I was talking about this with my girl. Like sometimes when you listen to music, you don't be listening to what the fuck they saying, and you don't even realize it.
Right.
Like
That
you don't
takes me at least
actually
like 3 listens to start really hearing what you're saying.
well, and you're not like making sense of it when you listen to it, and so that's why I run into problems because whenever I listen to a song, I'm trying to make sense of what the song's trying to accomplish. And if I can't figure that out, I get annoyed as shit. I'm like, all right, what's the point of it? What are you doing with this?
And that's why I would say with flow, one of the biggest keys is if you're not lacking it in the bars and everything, really you what you can do, and I think what Case actually does this a lot. Not that he's weak on bars at all, but he uses his flow in the music to kind of also really aid the storytelling. You know what I mean? Like he's
really
bringing
what was the last part?
to really aid the storytelling or the getting
Right.
the point across.
Yeah,
Like
well,
a lot of times you might not hear what Kay's is saying, but that first listen time through, you understand what he's getting across to you.
he's also very detailed. He's probably one of the most detailed people I've ever seen in a
For
studio.
real.
Like he like knows right where he wants everything, which is real dope. So what I'm probably gonna have to do on this is I'm probably gonna chop off our kind of getting into our own conversation.
For real.
I can make it another video to post, or I could just like cut it. What do you think?
You can make it another video to post and just say like, what's more important, flow or bars? People watch it or don't. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that for sure. All right, man. Let's move into the next.
oh, sorry about